All right, well, thank you everybody for coming out today to this very, very special day. With me, I have Council Member Miguel Arias. This is his district. We also have Elliot Balch, who is CEO for the Downtown Partnership, and then Randall Morrison, who works for the City of Fresno, and he is the director over our capital projects and is over this project right here at Mariposa Mall. So let me just start out by saying what an exciting day this is for the City of Fresno and for those folks who have a business downtown, those people that will be visiting downtown in the future. This is something that is long anticipated, in fact, about 11 years in the making to get us to this point, and it is something that will breathe new life into the Mariposa Plaza. You know, I've always said that great cities have great downtowns, and that is exactly what we are pursuing. And the renovation of the Mariposa Plaza is exactly what that's going to do to downtown. It's going to contribute to the fact that we have a great downtown. This renovation that we are pursuing, that will be starting on Monday, will activate and reinvigorate this part of downtown Fresno. As you know, this area right now currently serves as a central hub for the art hop, cultural events, and entertainment. And it will also serve to connect the first high-speed rail station in the nation, which will be just west of us, leading into Mariposa. The renovations to the plaza will have a lot of amenities that are provided to it. It will include artwork, shaded canopies, new lighting, water misters, 2 elevated stages, a small one that's going to be on the northwest corner of Mariposa Plaza. And then there's also going to be a main stage that is on the southwest portion of Mariposa Plaza by Congo Alley. And this plaza will also serve as a home to a future ice rink that Councilmember Arias is going to give much more detail about in terms of the timing for that. It's also going to double the number of trees that we have currently on Mariposa Plaza. And we all know, folks who live in Fresno, in the hot summer months, we need all the shade that we can get, and we will make sure we have that shade right here. The renovation is very, very special in the sense that this property will be sustainable. It features green, sustainable infrastructure. The new pavilion will have an area that is designated to capture the rainwater that will be stored through a drainage system underground and be able to provide additional irrigation to the landscaping on this property. We were able to invest in the Mariposa Plaza for 2 reasons, and both of them being outside funding sources, one at the state level, one at the federal level. The first one is the Transformative Climate Communities, and then the second is the American Rescue Funds. Absent those 2 funds, we would not have been able to do this project. In fact, the overall, we will be investing in the Mariposa Plaza just over $4 million to make this happen. Project, again, construction will start on Monday. We anticipate it lasting about 4 to 5 months. And unfortunately, we will not have all of the electrical provided to the location till the end of the year for a variety of reasons, one of them involving a supply chain issue with the electrical part. With these renovations, we will definitely ensure that Mariposa Plaza is a place that people can come to and enjoy for decades to come as it continues to be the hub of our downtown area. And so at this time, I'd like to invite up somebody that's been a driving force, not only for the Mariposa Plaza renovation, but also for the ice rink being placed at this location, and that is Councilmember Arias. Miguel?
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to start off with some history, that every day in this job is your opportunity to learn something new. And many of you may not know, but this site in downtown Fresno, Mariposa Plaza, was also the first site of the first conflict around freedom of speech in the city. There's a little plaque around the corner here that signifies the struggle for residents to be able to speak their minds. The city at that time didn't enjoy hearing from the public on issues that they didn't agree with, so they jailed them. And one after another was jailed. After that, more. So it finally caved in to, they had no more room in the jails to jail people for speaking their minds. So they finally changed their city policy. I want to reassure our progressive folks and our free speech folks that that plaque will remain on the new modern outdoor plaza of Mariposa Plaza when it's completely constructed. So thank you for that question and those concerns on that matter. As the mayor indicated, this project will bring back the life that once existed in Mariposa Plaza. I do want to spend a second to acknowledging that this place, although it's ugly and old, still served a real important purpose for many downtown residents. Any given day, you just look around in the middle of the day, you'll see the elderly here who find this as their place to come and congregate with their friends, their family, with just socializing with one another. The new plaza will not push them out. It's going to give them a much better facility, a much better outdoor space to do exactly that. This plaza has also served as a cultural center for the city. We have numerous festivals that take place here. Everything from Fiestas Patrias to Fresias to so many other tree lighting events that have taken here and taken advantage of the great skyline behind us. That will continue. As the mayor indicated, one of the major components of this plaza is going to be to allow the permanent design to facilitate the permanent and ongoing existence of the downtown ice rink. For those of you who remember the ice rink, it was a perfect activity for the winter time to bring your families and kids to. But it also required a diesel generator to be fueled and operate because there was no electrical infrastructure to manage that kind of electrical demand. Our office is investing $400,000 into the overall project to ensure that we have the electrical infrastructure underneath the ground and don't have to have a diesel polluting generator on the outside to run an ice rink on an annual basis. Mayor, this might also be news to you and all the planning folks and construction folks in the fire department, but we are going to try and push very aggressively to bring back the downtown ice rink this year into this location. There will be a couple of phases of construction. The first phase of construction will eliminate everything you see here. The second phase of construction will build everything back up. But in the meantime, we need the electrical infrastructure to be put in place. That at times takes a little bit of time. So in that time between the demolition and the reconstruction, it's a perfect timing of the winter months in the city of Fresno to bring back the ice rink and let it function this year to operate before the reconstruction of the new permanent plaza takes place. So I'm sure we will have conversations with city planners and permit, authorizers and fire departments on how we make that work. But it's my hope that we can bring everyone back to the downtown ice rink this year and give them a preview of what permanent ice rink will look like in the future. Thank you again to the mayor, to city staff for doing this work, and to the state of California for investing in downtown Fresno. Without the governor's investment, the TCC investment, this plaza would not be possible. And thank you all for coming today. With that, let me introduce you to the expert who's going to be responsible for this project staying on time and under budget and ensuring that every business that gets unaccommodated is accommodated. Mr. Randall Morrison.
Good afternoon. It truly is a pleasure to be here and see this project move into construction. I've been engaged in this project for quite some time, even dating back to around 2013. In my previous role as former project manager for the Fulton Street Reconstruction Project, a lot of coordination in this area, and it's really important to understand how important this project is to the core of the Fulton District, as well as the connection between the future high-speed rail station and downtown. So it's really nice to see it move into construction. Before I talk a little bit about the details of the project, I do want to thank our city's project manager, Green Flamboyant, for all her hard work getting this project into construction. It took a significant effort from her and the rest of the team. I also want to thank our design team, WRT, is a landscape architect, as well as a few local engineering firms. We have Provost and Pritchard, Cornerstone Structural Engineering, and DSK. So the Mariposa Plaza activation project, once complete, it will double the amount of trees nearly on the plaza, as well as add additional native landscaping. It's also going to include the permeable paving, the rainwater capture system, as well as the shade canopies and stage. It's important to look at all of those improvements that are being made, because the project really is going to touch on the historic use of the plaza as a free speech site. So with the new design, the modern design is really going to allow that to continue into the future and be a place for concerts and gatherings to continue in the plaza, and then really the ice rink as well. And so we designed it with all of those design features to accommodate those future uses. Also mentioned the project prioritizes the sustainability. So with the additional landscaping, the rainwater capture system, as well as the permeable paving, it's really prioritizes the sustainability of the project. The overall construction budget, as mentioned, just over $4 million. Total investment, combination of our TCC grant funding as well as the American Rescue Plan Act funding. Construction will take approximately 4 months to complete, but that will be broken up into phases, as mentioned, due to some of the supply chain issues. But we are anticipating completion in fall of 2024. With that, it is a pleasure to introduce our next speaker, the President and or CEO of the Downtown Fresno Partnership, Elliot Balch.
Good afternoon, and it is a good afternoon. How are our ambassadors doing today? Yeah, it's good to see you guys. My head is full of thoughts today, because I can remember, and I looked it up, the very first application that we submitted to think about redesigning this place was submitted on April 21st of 2011. So it just goes to show things can sometimes take a while. And I was talking to Randall, I remember thinking at that time, how are we going to rebuild this plaza when the Fulton Street project is still so many years in the future? But now today, it's been 7 years since the street project, and we're excited to get going with construction here. In recent years, we've seen on Fulton Street, we've seen increases in visitorship, we've seen increases in sales activity. We have data now for this site, this very site, to show that in the last year, 104,000 people visited this very location, and that's a 41% increase from the year before, and it's a 4 times quadrupling of visitation from 3 years before in the depths of the pandemic at this location. And that's why we're so excited to be working with the city to bring back the ice rink, which is going to be an amazing, we're dusting off our skates from about a decade ago when there was a rink here before, and are just so excited to welcome folks with our special events and with the ice rink this winter. So with that, I'll turn it back to the mayor.
Thank you, Elliot. And we are working feverishly to try to get that ice rink back this year. We have a lot of details to work out, especially on the electrical side, in terms of powering that particular rink. So we're working hard with our team to make that happen, and working with the Downtown Partnership. I do want to welcome our downtown ambassadors. You know, they're a product of the Youth Jobs Corps from the city of Fresno, thanks to funding from the state of California. We have about 20 ambassadors downtown. They keep downtown clean, removing graffiti, removing trash, and serving as a pointer system, letting people know where certain locations are that they may want to eat or to entertain. And so thank you guys for what you do down here. I also want to talk a little bit about our facade program. You'll see the salon here to the left, as well as the Downtown Partnership. Thanks to the city of Fresno, we provided $25,000 each for facade improvements. We're doing that with a lot of businesses throughout the city, but with a particular emphasis on downtown. Also, Tres Hermanas down the street on Fulton has had a facelift as well as a result of our assistance, and the China Express next to it. And hopefully we'll be able to continue that into the near future. You know, you've heard a lot about the investment in downtown Fresno with $43.7 million from the state and another $250 million. All of that to support infrastructure. Perhaps a lot of people are saying, where's the money and where's the work? We've been meeting every single week on our infrastructure plans. We have great plans in place. We've been doing a lot of the analysis and studies, and I'm proud to say that we'll be replacing all of the water and sewer main infrastructure in downtown Fresno. The contract will be awarded in June, and by the end of 2025, all of that work will have been completed in downtown Fresno. And we're also working towards undergrounding all of the PG&E lines that are above ground, and building a couple of parking garages and a number of other things to include green space. So you're going to see a lot happening in downtown Fresno, specifically Fulton and Chinatown, over the next 2.5 years. This Helm building next to us, you may not know, but there's going to be 100 housing units there. We are working with the owner of the building behind us to make that happen. And in partnership, it will be student housing. For the first time in downtown Fresno, we will have dedicated student housing right here at the Helm building. Down the street, JCPenney's will also be residential. Those plans are already in with the city and have been approved. And then we didn't mention that this Saturday we have Yes in the brewery district in downtown. And we'll have 20, 25, maybe 30,000 people here on Saturday. So please come out, enjoy the festivities. And again, Mariposa Plaza will start construction on Monday, and look forward to the outcome of that as well. So with that, any questions you might have for any of us regarding this project or anything else downtown? Yes?
Hi, good afternoon. So are you guys hopeful these efforts with the reconstruction of some facelifts in this case with businesses and also this renovation, are you hopeful this will attract more residents and even tourists hopefully in the area?
So the question is, are we hopeful this will attract more people, more residents to come downtown? I'm not just hopeful, I'm optimistic, because we have a waiting list for people to live downtown. And what makes a great downtown is where you have a location where people live, work, and play. And we've had a lot of people in government offices work in downtown for many, many years. But what happens after 5 oftentimes is a dark downtown. It's a downtown that isn't vibrant. And so as you have more people living downtown, currently we have about 3,000 people living downtown. The vast majority of those are in the cultural arts area. But our goal is to get to 10,000 people living downtown, on our way to well beyond that. And that will give us the nightlife. And as more people move downtown, more restaurants, more retail, more entertainers will come downtown. We're having concerts at our Chichansey Park that are drawing anywhere from 15 to 20,000 people. So there is an excitement about coming downtown, and we'll see that this Saturday with Yes. When you see 25,000+ people come here, you'll see what downtown's about, just like you do on the first Thursday of every month with Art Hop, where we have thousands of people that come downtown. We're going to continue with that as well. We have our new trolley system that runs every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night from the brewery district all the way to cultural arts, into the Tower District, City College, and out to Campus Point, bringing people downtown. And we have about, Friday and Saturday nights, we have about 100 per night that are taking advantage of that trolley system. Again, it's all free. Sure, hold on a second.
To your question, this site last year attracted 104,000 visitors just to this corner. Every year, the Fulton corridor attracts 1.6 million people, about 1 million visits a year. We already have a lot of synergy of folks coming here. The project will simply allow us to facilitate, accommodate, and increase that significantly more. So we should expect, with more trees and more shade, more concerts and more events in this corridor and in this corner specifically, so we can have more festivals. But the revitalization of downtown has already occurred. A lot more people are coming. Just come any Art Hop day and you'll see this place packed. But the new plaza would allow us to actually accommodate them in a better, easier, AD accessible, lighting, audio, power, so you don't see all these cords and generators popping up and polluting the air as we're trying to facilitate all the visitors. Thank you.
How many construction jobs are expected to be created?
How many construction jobs? Well, there's going to be just on the downtown. I'm going to let Randall talk to that. He's the expert. But depending on what projects you're talking about, but this one will let him talk.
It's really hard to pinpoint that, but due to the different components of the project, there will be several people working throughout the 4-month period and employed by this project. This will make a significant impact on that.
And can you tell me a little bit more about the green infrastructure, just kind of details about what that might look like?
The green infrastructure?
Yes.
So, as mentioned, the project includes landscaping more than what currently exists on the plaza, so that helps with that. We also have permeable paving, so the new plaza surface will include pavers that allow the water when it rains to percolate into the ground rather than it all going into the storm drain system. We also capture some of that rainwater and use it for irrigation to water the landscaping that we are installing in the plaza.
The new facade improvements to the buildings? They already started. So the downtown partnership, that's all new facade. Yeah, new paint, new lighting all the way through. You go down Fulton, you'll see some of the business I talked to. All of those have added, along with a number of buildings in downtown. Any other questions? All right, well, we're going to get right to the groundbreaking. All right. Guide us, Fabiola.
All right, first we're gonna do a photo. So go ahead and grab your shovel. We'll wait for her to get situated. Grab your shovel and grab some dirt and just hold it. Hold it. Everybody get your photos. Okay. And then whenever you guys are ready, count us down, Mayor.
1, 2, 3.
That's a complete